Hello guys, Chimerical Reviews back again, and I'm going to get straight into this one because as you know, I tend to get a little bit too excited about some dolls that I really like, and this is possibly one of my favourites, so I'll just jump straight into it. And it's not really a surprise when I hold up the box, but today I will be doing Hayze from Series 28. And I've already done Tina Pink, and I've already talked about her box, so details such as the outside of the box is not going to be brought back up, but the chipboard poem is, because the colour doesn't change for the tissue paper, which is still very nice, and the only thing that changes is the chipboard poem. Not only the name, but very nice things about the 28 chipboard poem is that the balloons and the present and the number all changes colour in accordance to what colour is primary on the doll. For example, Hayze, as we know from not only the chipboard poem but the doll herself, is purple. Tina Pink is pink, no prizes there. Onyx is black and white. Ruby is red, and Sweet 16 Sadie, I'm not sure, I think she's black and white too. Anyway, moving on from that, we have his here, and as you see, presents purple at the bottom, as is the balloons here, and the name here. But apart from that, everything is pretty much the same, with the series at the top, Sweet 16 Party, and the chipboard poem here, which reads, "A sweet little girl, oh what a shame that lately things don't seem the same. What a once pure heart burns now a hateful blaze. What once used to be is now a purple haze," which I'm sure is a Jimi Hendrix song. I'm not sure, but it sounds very familiar. So yeah, that's a very nice thing. I think she's meant to be someone who was quite innocent, quite childlike, and she fell from grace, which is very upsetting. I'll read the death certificate now because I'll be honest, I'm very bad with the death certificate because I always just forget to read them. So I'll read them now. I have it here. On the 17th of March 1967, an innocent child fell from the grace of heaven. There you go. Consumed by hell's fire, tarnished in pit's grime, is she cursed till tomorrow, or just the end of time? Which is quite upsetting because she was a nice person, I think. Was is the key term you'll need to hold on that sentence when I show you the doll, because she is just so beautiful. As you know, I'm a massive fan of creepy things, but I'm also a fan of when them creepy things just turn out so well. So here we go. This is Hayze, and she is beautiful. She's utterly perfect for me in every way. And we'll start on with her dress, which, as you see, is very nice. It's quite complicated in accordance with the other dresses, such as Tina Pink's, which is quite simple, as is Sweet 16 Sadie's. I think this is actually the dress they went all out for, which I actually think is why she is one of the hardest dolls to get in Series 28. But we'll start with the regular dress. We have the purple material here, which you can't see here, but there's a slight cross-hatching with... Cross-hatching? Is that a term? Is that a term? I'm not sure. It is now. Cross-hatching here, with black. There's very slight black crosses on it. You have it with some kind of frill at the bottom. It's meant to look like a tiered dress, but it's not tiered. It's just the frill is attached to a certain part of the lower skirt, so it's not tiered. There's just frill here, and there's obviously some frill on the bottom, and underneath we have some tulle, which is not very obvious, but you can slightly see. So there's that. She also has bows made from the same material going down the front of her dress with buttons on each one, which is very cute. And other than that, the only thing left to say about her dress is that it has straps here, as well as it, of course, velcroing at the back, which yeah, velcros at the back after you take her cardigan off. A cardigan is I'm awful with fashion. You should know about this. I mean, look at what I'm wearing. I mean, it's the fashion isn't my thing. So if I get things wrong, I do apologise. So we have here the cardigan. I'm just gonna call it a cardigan. This happened in Tina Pink's too. I kept calling her dress a skirt. It So here's a cardigan, and you can take it off, as you can see here. I don't like to take it off because, one, it just doesn't look right. Two, it shows her jointed arms, which I obviously wouldn't prefer in the doll. And two, she has a bit of staining on the back of her neck, so the cardigan stays on Hayze for me. And other than that, that is her dress. She has boots on with purple socks, which I think is very nice. Love it, all the socks, because the shoes stay on very well and it's just aesthetically pleasing, which is my favourite term recently. And yep, that is pretty much her stuff she wears. And now we will move on to probably what's the most obvious about Hayze, which is her hook. Now, her hook is very creepy. It doesn't look comfortable, I think is the best, because of the slight, it almost looks like half her arm is still on and the hook has been implanted into half of her arm because it has a slight bend, and it really creeps us out, but I love it so much. But what I have heard is that her gauze here, these are bandages by the way, that's why they're all bloody. I've heard from a close friend that hers is quite loose on the arm, so I guess mine isn't. Mine's quite tight, it's not really that movable, so I'm just assuming that it's just hers and not a factory problem with all of them. So if you do have one with kind of loose gauze, it's okay because other people are having that issue, and as long as you don't touch it, I'm sure it'll be fine. She also has a bandage on her leg that goes all the way down from her upper thigh down to where her sock starts, with some blood right here. So, yep, obviously all the injuries make Hayze look very creepy. She has some blood on her hook here, which really is very, very scary for a doll. And her hook is really interesting because I think she's one of 5, 6 dolls that have amputated limbs or just any sort of. There's Angus Rot, there's Gregory, there is Hook, obviously. I think DK, DK is meant to have an amputated limb, I'm sure. I'll just be awful if I keep trying to remember them all. I've forgotten all of the obvious ones. Captain Bonnie, I'm sure she does. So anyway, moving on from that, we shall now move on to her hair, which is just so nice. Look how long it is on the back. I just love it. I love her hair, mainly because purple is my favourite colour, in case no one knew, in case I didn't even mention it in this whole thing, and if I have, here's a refresher. Like, his is my favourite colour. She is purple and she is absolutely brilliant for me. And her hair's very soft. It's very brushable too. I brushed her hair instantly and it just turned out very, very well. Like, as you can see, if I just volume. So yeah, her hair is very nice. Her fringe is full. She does have eyebrows. I can prove that to you now. She does have eyebrows. However, her fringe is just it's just so full that you can't see them. So I'd say her hair is one of his most predominant features. But her hair is kind of thinly rooted. I don't know if many people have this issue, but I've often pulled quite a few hairs out of her just by running my fingers through it, and it's not really a bad problem, but it's just in case people get worried that they're going to make hairs bald. I really don't think you are. And I should quickly move on to possibly the creepiest bit about Hayze for me, and that is the eyes. Because she has black scalias and red pupils and irises. Just pupils and iris, both red. And that's especially creepy for me and especially cool for me because recently I have gotten into an anime and manga known as Tokyo Ghoul, which is very popular among anime fans right now. So I thought I'd give it a try, and they have black scalias and red irises and pupils, and I find the artwork so nice, cool, and just awesome. So literally, I think that's a massive influence on his because she has what I now refer to as Tokyo Ghoul eyes, and I really like that. I really do. I love things that remind us of other things without being a reference, because obviously these eyes aren't a reference to Tokyo Ghoul, but they are just very creepy to look at. So, yeah, that is it. I have a headcanon that she is a ghoul now. So, I don't. Oh, and I also forgot to mention she has a nice little choker on here that's made of the same lace material as on the bottom. So, it's still very nice. So yes, that is his, which I have to explain for all the reasons why I think she's perfect, is her hair, very soft, very nice colour, just very voluminous, very fun. Her dress, it's very complicated to look at, but at the same time a great payoff and very nice colour. Her eyes, Tokyo Ghoul eyes. Her hook, I think, is the creepiest hook we've seen, because just of the slight bend, it makes it look very uncomfortable. And other than that, I have to say that that is all for Hayze. I'll quickly break out some information that I have here, which you can find online for free. I didn't find out this information, I'm just getting it from a different source. And obviously we'll start with the fact that her name is in reference to Hayze, which is a kind of fog or mist, I'm almost certain. We also have uh, that's right. Both her and Onyx do both share the same death date. Well, death day, which is March the 17th. So two of my favourite dolls from Series 28 has the same death date. So death day. Death date, they didn't die on the same year. So yep, that is his a very beautiful doll, which I would happily rate 9 or even 10 out of 10 because I just love her so much. But like I say, watch out for the gauze being a bit loose, watch out for her hair being a bit too thin and that you can pull some out. And I'd just be wary of some faults that the doll can have, because I'm not saying that she can come without fault. I'm just saying that it's going to be rare for her to get a fault that ruins her as a doll. So yeah, that was Hayze, a brilliant doll for me, and I will come back with another review because I have plenty lined up. I'll see you all next time, and I hope you have a brilliant day.